If your business can't run without you chasing leads every single week, you're really not a company, you're just a contractor with an expensive to-do list. Now, the difference between staying stuck at, let's say, 2-3 million a year, grinding through like door knocking, referrals, storm chasing, Angie's list, and so on, and actually scaling to like 5, 10, 20, 50 million a year with a consistent and predictable pipeline of jobs is dictated by the systems you have in place to generate, qualify, and close jobs consistently. Now, after helping hundreds of contractors across the country build out these systems required to be able to get there, I've broken down every single system any company would need to stop depending on luck and referrals for the next job. I've summed it into 4 different systems, what they are, why you need them, and how to implement them. And in this video, I'll break down every single one of those, starting with number 1. System number 1, a consistent paid lead generation machine. So what is it? It's a system that generates exclusive inbound leads from homeowners in your market on demand every single day, every single week, regardless of the season, whether you knocked on the door, the weather, or whatever it is. That could be through Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube, TikTok, Bing, Yahoo, and many other platforms. Which channel specifically is best for you really depends on your market, what your goals are, what you guys offer, so your service, and many other things. Now, why do you need it? Right now, if your pipeline is just built on referrals, word of mouth, or just storm chasing, you're pretty much just one slow month away from just a cash flow problem where you can't hire, you can't plan, and with that, you definitely cannot scale without having a predictable system. Now, every week without this system is a week where you're pretty much just leaving jobs on the table, which your competitors could be closing because they have an inbound system to get leads. Now, how to implement it? The first thing is that you need to find out whether you want to go for volume or if you want to go for quality, right? Price heavy ads are good for volume, but you have to underbid a lot of your competitors or other contractors, bidding for the same job. If you go for quality, you also have to position yourself as a premium roofer in all of your marketing while removing pricing as the reason people should work with you. I'll make another video on which way is best based on where you're at with your company right now on a later video. But now, as a general overview, the easiest way is with those paid ad channels where you have the option to do detailed targeting, where you can, for example, target homeowners in your service area who are financially qualified, as well as exclude certain locations, others, demographics, for example, so you get actual homeowners with the need and intent to move forward. For most companies we work with, we always suggest to go with the quality route instead of just being the cheaper one. And the key here is value-based messaging. So your certifications, your years in business, warranties, your reputation, and not just throwing some unrealistic, as low as $7,000 or some other discounts in your advertising or in your marketing overall. That attracts often a wrong type of customer where every time you put that, they're just looking for the cheapest option, shopping around, and it's not really what you want to attract. For this, you also need to build out a qualification funnel that people have to go through before they become a lead, where they answer things like size, location, timeline, credit score, so on and so forth. Which question you should be asking also depends on what your objective is with the marketing. So now, at this point, you have a consistent flow of raw leads coming in, which brings us to system number 2, speed to lead and appointment booking. So what is it? It's a process that takes a fresh inbound lead and converts them into confirmed booked appointment on your calendar within minutes. Now, why do you need it? A lead that doesn't get called within the first 5 minutes drops by over 80% in conversion rate, and most contractors, they're out on job sites or just bad at answering calls all day either way. So by the way, this is super low leverage for you as a business owner, so you should outsource this as soon as possible either way, the calling side of things. So leads pile up, they go cold, they get wasted, and even if the actual marketing was working great, you need to convert the leads into qualified set appointments. Now, how do you actually implement it? You need a dedicated follow-up system. So whether that's an appointment setter who answers, follows up, and books the leads for you, or an automated SMS and email sequence that keeps the lead warm until someone calls, or even better, you use both. Now, the key part here is having someone that actually speaks the language and can build rapport with the homeowner. The homeowner needs to feel like they're being taken care of from the second they opt in for the ad or for the marketing until the job has actually been completed. The goal should be to call within the first 60 seconds of opt-in and further qualify them on the call and then book them in for the same day or next day estimate maximum. Conversion rates on same day or next days are just way higher, and then other competitors are not there as well. So now you have a consistent leads coming in as well as leads converting into appointments. From here, it's super important, especially at scale, to keep track on everything that is going on, which leads are converting, which leads are in follow-ups, status on appointments, and this all brings us to system number 3. By the way, just quickly before going to the final 2 systems, if you're watching this and realizing that most of these systems are not in your business yet, set and you want someone to actually come in and tell you exactly what to do and what to build first and what order based on where you're at with your company right now, click the first link in the description. You can book a call with my team for a free audit on your current marketing systems, because what I've covered here right now is very high level. So what we actually do is that we come in and build everything of this for you: the ads, the call center, the CRM, the follow-up sequence, the tracking, everything done for you. So you can just focus on running your crews and closing jobs, which I imagine is the reason you started your company in the first place. So again, first link in the description, book a call. Let's dive into the final two systems. System number 3, CRM and pipeline visibility. So what is it? It's a central dashboard that shows you every lead, every appointment, every follow-up, and every closed job in real time. Now, why do you need it? You need a way to organize all your leads and all your appointments that tells you where everyone is in the process. So which leads are warmer, so then more important, which are older, then less important. Especially at scale, if you don't have the system set up, you'll be losing a lot of control on everything going on in the back end, and be losing a lot of the leads that could have been converted into jobs. Now, how to implement it? Set up, go high level or a comparable CRM, and then build a clear pipeline from lead in to job closed. Then set automated follow-up sequences from text, emails, voicemail drops, so no lead falls through the cracks in any part of the funnel or the nurture sequence. That way you know exactly where sales team should be putting the focus, which leads need to get follow up with, which leads are closing without you having to do any manual work. Everything should be automated from opt-in to close job. Everything is streamlined. So now you got the leads, you got the appointments, and you have a way to see everything going on and organize things. But now you need to know exactly where the money is going, what is making you money from the marketing, what's working, what's not working, and ultimately which is exact ad is giving you a better return. So now let's dive into the final system, which is the ROI tracking. So return on investment tracking. System number 4, ROI tracking. So what is it? It's an automated reporting system that tells you exactly what your marketing is producing. Cost per lead, cost per appointment, cost per acquisition, as well as all your conversion rate on all the main KPIs. So lead to appointment conversion, appointment to quote to close job, so on and so forth. So why do you need it? Without this, you're just guessing. And when you're guessing, you either underspend because it feels expensive, or you just keep throwing money at something that isn't really working because you have no data to tell you otherwise. I speak with multiple contractors every single day, and they've been working with lead providers or agencies before, and I ask them, hey, look, what's your cost per lead? What's your cost per appointment? What's your cost per acquisition? And they really can't tell me anything, which is a huge red flag or a huge bottleneck on your current marketing, or red flag on the lead provider that you used before. Now, you need to make data-driven decisions in your marketing, not emotional decisions. At the end, it doesn't really matter what platforms you use. The only thing that really matters is which platform can give you a better return on the dollar that you put in, right? So you put $1 in and you get $8 back, $10 back, $12 back for that single dollar. That's what it's scalable, and that's where you need to put more money into. Now, how to implement it? You need to have something called pixels and conversion APIs throughout your entire marketing and sales funnel. If you don't want to know what it is, no problem. For starter, it's just a way of connecting all your attribution channels to your ads to report back on what's happening with all the leads coming through. In addition to this, you also need a way to close jobs being reported instantly back to your ad accounts, so then you can optimize for leads that convert, or you don't optimize for leads that convert, but you optimize on qualified appointments or closed jobs, which are the more important KPIs than just cost per lead. I will cover this in another video as well on how to set that up and which metric you should optimize on based on how much you're spending, so on and so forth. You need a daily reporting on 4 numbers. So how much does it cost to generate each lead? How much does it cost to get each appointment booked? How much does it cost to get an estimate or a quote? And how much does it cost you per closed job? So how much does it cost you to actually convert or get a paying customer? When you know these numbers, you can scale with confidence because you're making your decisions based on actual data that you have than just guessing around or thinking this works better than this, but you have actual data to back your decisions up. So these were the 4 systems that I recommend for any contractor looking to break past that $3-4 million mark and actually get to 10, 20, 30, 40 million with a predictable pipeline of inbound leads coming in, which is actually the only way that actually is scalable, right? But there's one thing I'm seeing over and over again with contractors that we work with that reach out to us, and everyone knows this stuff, right? You've watched the videos, you've taken the notes, you've seen this probably before, but they actually never build it because when you're doing 2-3 million a year, you're just too busy on the tools, on managing crews, and just putting out fires all day, and you really don't have the time to build out this infrastructure to be able to scale up to that $10-20 million mark, right? And that's exactly what most companies actually never get there. The ones that do, the ones that are hitting 5, 8, 10, 20 million a year made the decision at some point where they stopped to operate as a one-man band and start to operate like a business owner. And that decision just starts with having the right systems in place to be able to to start to scale up to that point, right? So if you want help doing that properly with a team that has done it for multiple hundreds of companies throughout your country, click the first link in the description and book a call with us here at HomeDirective. We'll then look into your systems, look into your current marketing, see if there's something we can help you do. If so, we can build out these exact systems into your company and help you from there. All right. Apart from that, see you on the next video. Ciao.